The humans arrived on the battlefield, cold fury in their hearts as they unleashed their unparalleled wrath upon the alien forces. Just moments ago, the Creek fleet had teetered on the brink of annihilation at the hands of the despicable Zonian. Dozens of once proud Creek ships were reduced to drifting wrecks, bodies and rubble venting into space. Captain Zarek, gripped by grim despair, surveyed the devastation from his command console. Damage reports flooded in, indicating weapons offline, shields failing, and hull breaches on all decks. Outclassed, outgunned, and out of options, Zarek contemplated a full retreat to salvage what remained of his decimated fleet. A new voice crackled over the comm channel, offering a glimmer of hope. Captain Jason Reeves of the United Earth ship Defiant announced their arrival, promising reinforcements and aid to the embattled Creek. With cannons already spitting deadly fire at the Zonian ships, perhaps the day would not end in defeat after all. Emperor Zarthan reclined on his command throne, sneering at the unfolding chaos. The disintegration of the Creek fleet under Zonian assault was the moment he had been waiting for, the chance to seize control of Creek territories and expand his empire. With meticulous preparations and the might of the Imperial war machine, Zarthan was poised for conquest. As the battle raged on, Captain Jason Reeves of the Defiant took command of the situation. With Earth's most advanced ship leading the charge, the humans proved to be a formidable force against the Zonian onslaught. Their precision strikes and tactical prowess turned the tide of battle, offering hope to the beleaguered Creek forces. Emperor Zarthan, faced with the unexpected resilience of the human-led coalition, scrambled to rally his forces. Despite the loss of his flagship, he refused to retreat, determined to crush the opposition and assert his dominance. With the fate of the galaxy hanging in the balance, Zarthan prepared to unleash the full might of his remaining fleet. On the bridge of the Defiant, Captain Jason Reeves stood resolute, leading his crew with unwavering determination. As the Zonian flagship bore down on them, the Defiant unleashed a devastating volley, cleaving the massive vessel in two. Cheers erupted as the human-led coalition gained the upper hand. But Jason knew the battle was far from over. With the Zonian fleet reeling, the human-led coalition and the remaining Creek forces formed a united front. Under Captain Reeves' command, they coordinated their efforts, targeting Zonian vulnerabilities and whittling down their numbers. Despite the odds, they fought with renewed vigor, determined to emerge victorious. Emperor Zarthan, consumed by fury and desperation, directed his remaining forces towards the human-led coalition. The fist of conquest surged forward, its guns blazing as it sought to crush the Defiant resistance. But Captain Reeves and his allies stood firm, ready to face the Emperor's wrath head-on. As the fist of conquest closed in, Captain Reeves braced for the final confrontation. With the fate of the galaxy hanging in the balance, he knew that victory would come at a steep price. With every weapon system engaged and every crew member ready for battle, the Defiant prepared to meet the Emperor's challenge with courage and resolve. The clash between the human-led coalition and the Zonian forces reached its peak, with explosions lighting up the void of space and the roar of weapons fire echoing through the battlefield. Despite the overwhelming odds, Captain Reeves and his allies fought with unwavering determination, each moment bringing them closer to victory or defeat. Amidst the chaos of battle, acts of sacrifice and valor unfolded on both sides. Crew members risked their lives to protect their ships and comrades, their courage inspiring others to press on despite the overwhelming odds. In the face of adversity, heroes emerged, their deeds becoming legends that would be remembered long after the battle was over. Emperor Zarthan, realizing that victory was slipping from his grasp, devised a desperate gambit to turn the tide of battle. With cunning and ruthlessness, he unleashed his most devastating weapons and deployed his forces with precision, determined to crush the human-led coalition and reclaim his dominance over the galaxy. On the bridge of the Defiant, Captain Reeves remained steadfast in the face of the Emperor's onslaught. With each passing moment, the intensity of the battle grew, pushing the ship and its crew to their limits. But amidst the chaos, Captain Reeves' resolve only strengthened, his unwavering leadership inspiring hope and courage in those under his command. As the battle raged on, the Creek forces fought with unparalleled ferocity, refusing to yield even as their numbers dwindled. Every ship, every crew member, became a symbol of defiance against the Zonian oppressors. With their homeworlds at stake, they fought with a determination born of desperation, their bravery shining brightly amid the darkness of war. Despite the odds stacked against them, the human-led coalition continued to fight, their determination unwavering in the face of overwhelming adversity. With each passing moment, they drew strength from one another, their unity becoming a beacon of hope for all who opposed the tyranny of the Zonian Empire. Emperor Zarthan, his patience wearing thin, unleashed his full fury upon the human-led coalition, determined to crush them once and for all. With his flagship leading the charge, he directed his forces with ruthless efficiency, his eyes burning with the fire of conquest as he sought to assert his dominance over the galaxy. As the Zonian forces closed in, the Defiant launched a daring counterattack, its weapons blazing as it struck back with all its might. With each devastating salvo, the human-led coalition pushed the Zonian forces back, their determination to defend their allies and protect the galaxy from tyranny fueling their every action. In the midst of the chaos, the Creek forces rallied, their spirits undaunted by the overwhelming odds they faced. With the human-led coalition at their side, they fought with renewed vigor, their determination to reclaim their homeworlds and drive out the Zonian invaders driving them forward with unstoppable force. As the battle reached its climax, Emperor Zarthan realized that victory was slipping from his grasp. With his forces in disarray and his flagship under heavy fire, he knew that defeat was inevitable. With a roar of rage, he ordered a full retreat, his dreams of conquest shattered by the combined might of the human-led coalition and the resilient Creek forces. With the Zonian forces in retreat, the battlefield fell silent, the echoes of weapons fire fading into the void. Amidst the wreckage of battle, the human-led coalition and the Creek forces took stock of their losses and celebrated their hard-won victory. But as they mourned the fallen and tended to the wounded, they knew that their struggle was far from over. In the wake of the battle, the human-led coalition and the Creek forces began the long and arduous process of rebuilding and recovery. With their homeworlds devastated by war, they worked tirelessly to restore order and rebuild their shattered societies, their determination to rebuild stronger than ever fueling their every action. As they worked together to rebuild their shattered worlds, the bonds of brotherhood between the human-led coalition and the Creek forces grew stronger. United by their shared struggle against the tyranny of the Zonian Empire, they forged alliances that would endure for generations to come, their solidarity becoming a beacon of hope for all who yearned for freedom and justice. In the aftermath of war, both the human-led coalition and the Creek forces reflected on the lessons learned from their struggle against the Zonian Empire. They vowed to never forget the sacrifices made and the hardships endured, their experiences serving as a reminder of the importance of unity, courage, and resilience in the face of adversity. As the galaxy emerged from the shadow of war, a new dawn of peace and prosperity began to dawn. With the Zonian Empire defeated and the forces of tyranny vanquished, the human-led coalition and the Creek forces looked to the future with hope and optimism, determined to build a better world for themselves and future generations. Despite the newfound peace, challenges lay ahead for the human-led coalition and the Creek forces. Rebuilding their shattered worlds would require time, resources, and determination, and the threat of new conflicts loomed on the horizon. But with their newfound unity and resolve, they were ready to face whatever challenges the future might bring. As they worked to rebuild their shattered worlds, the human-led coalition and the Creek forces took on the role of guardians of peace, justice, and freedom in the galaxy. United by their shared values and commitment to the common good, they stood ready to defend the weak, uphold the law, and ensure that the horrors of war would never again darken the galaxy. With peace restored to the galaxy, the human-led coalition and the Creek forces turned their attention to exploration and discovery, eager to uncover the secrets of the universe and unlock the mysteries of the cosmos. Venturing into uncharted territory, they embarked on a journey of exploration and discovery that would expand their horizons and shape the destiny of their civilizations. Despite the passage of time, the legacy of war lingered on, casting a long shadow over the galaxy. Memories of the conflict remained fresh in the minds of those who had fought and sacrificed, their experiences serving as a reminder of the fragility of peace and the importance of remaining vigilant against the forces of tyranny and oppression. As the wounds of war began to heal, the human-led coalition and the Creek forces turned their attention to healing the scars that had been left behind. With compassion and empathy, they reached out to those who had been affected by the conflict despite the scars of war. The human-led coalition and the Creek forces embarked on the path to reconciliation, seeking to mend old wounds and build a future based on mutual respect and understanding. Through dialogue and diplomacy, they worked to bridge the divide that had once separated them, laying the foundation for a lasting peace. As they worked together to rebuild their shattered worlds, the diverse members of the human-led coalition and the Creek forces celebrated the rich tapestry of cultures and traditions that made their alliance strong. United in their diversity, they embraced the unique contributions of each member species, fostering a spirit of cooperation and collaboration that transcended boundaries. With the conflict finally behind them, the human-led coalition and the Creek forces faced the daunting challenge of reconstruction. Devastated planets and war-torn colonies required extensive rebuilding efforts, testing the resilience and determination of all involved. Yet, with their combined strength and resources, they set to work, laying the groundwork for a brighter future. As they rebuilt their shattered worlds, the human-led coalition and the Creek forces assumed the mantle of guardians of the peace, standing watch against any who would seek to disrupt the fragile stability of the galaxy. With vigilance and resolve, they patrolled the spaceways, ready to defend the innocent and uphold the principles of justice and freedom. Amidst the ruins of war, a promise of tomorrow emerged, a beacon of hope shining brightly in the darkness. Inspired by the courage and resilience of their comrades, the members of the human-led coalition and the Creek forces looked to the future with optimism and determination, ready to build a galaxy where peace and prosperity reign supreme. With the conflict resolved and peace restored, a new era dawned for the galaxy. Freed from the shackles of war, the inhabitants of countless worlds dared to dream of a better tomorrow, one where cooperation triumphed over conflict and unity prevailed over division. As they embraced the possibilities of the unknown, they set forth on a journey of discovery and renewal. In the quiet moments between battles, the members of the human-led coalition and the Creek forces took time to reflect on the toll of war. They mourned the lives lost, the worlds destroyed, and the innocence shattered by the ravages of conflict. Yet, amidst the sorrow, they found strength in their shared resolve to ensure that such devastation would never again darken the galaxy. Even in the darkest of times, seeds of hope took root, blossoming into symbols of resilience and determination. Across the galaxy, communities banded together to rebuild what had been lost, their efforts fueled by the belief that a better future was within reach. As they worked side by side, they forged bonds of friendship and solidarity that would endure for generations to come. United by a common purpose, the human-led coalition and the Creek forces proved that together, they were stronger than any force of darkness. Through cooperation and collaboration, they overcame seemingly insurmountable obstacles, their unity serving as a beacon of hope for all who yearned for peace and justice in the galaxy. As they charted a course through the uncharted depths of space, the members of the human-led coalition and the Creek forces embarked on a journey of discovery. Guided by curiosity and fueled by a thirst for knowledge, they explored distant star systems and ancient ruins, uncovering secrets that had lain hidden for millennia. In the crucible of war, bonds were forged that transcended species and borders, uniting the members of the human-led coalition and the Creek forces in a common cause. Bound by loyalty and mutual respect, they stood shoulder to shoulder against the forces of darkness, their unwavering solidarity a testament to the power of unity in the face of adversity. Freedom, it was said, came at a price, and the members of the human-led coalition and the Creek forces knew this truth all too well. They had paid dearly for their liberty, sacrificing blood, sweat, and tears to secure a future free from tyranny and oppression. Yet, despite the hardships endured, they never wavered in their commitment to defend the freedoms they held dear. As they navigated the complexities of post-war reconstruction, the members of the human-led coalition and the Creek forces confronted echoes of the past that lingered like ghosts in the corridors of their minds. Memories of lost loved ones and battles fought long ago haunted their thoughts, serving as a reminder of the high cost of war and the need to cherish the peace they had fought so hard to achieve. In the darkest of times, hope shone brightly, a beacon of light cutting through the shadows of despair. Inspired by the courage and resilience of their comrades, the members of the human-led coalition and the Creek forces pressed onward, their spirits undaunted by the challenges that lay ahead. For as long as hope endured, they knew that victory was within their grasp. As they gazed out into the vast expanse of space, the members of the human-led coalition and the Creek forces pondered the road that lay ahead. Uncertain though it may be, they faced the future with determination and resolve, ready to confront whatever challenges came their way. For in unity, they found strength, and in solidarity, they found hope for a better tomorrow. In the quiet moments between battles, the members of the human-led coalition and the Creek forces dared to dream of a tomorrow free from the specter of war. They imagined a galaxy where peace reigned supreme, where cooperation triumphed over conflict, and where all beings lived in harmony with one another. Though the journey ahead would be long and fraught with peril, they knew that together, they could make their dreams a reality. Resilience, it was said, was the hallmark of a true warrior, and the members of the human-led coalition and the Creek forces embodied this spirit in every fiber of their being. Despite the trials and tribulations they had faced, they refused to be broken, their indomitable will driving them forward in the face of adversity. For as long as they drew breath, they would continue to fight for a future where peace and prosperity reigned supreme. Though the scars of war may fade with time, the shadows of the past lingered still, casting a long shadow over the galaxy. Memories of battles fought and comrades lost haunted the dreams of those who had borne witness to the horrors of conflict, their hearts heavy with the weight of sorrow and regret. Yet, amidst the darkness, a glimmer of hope remained, a beacon of light guiding them toward a future filled with promise and possibility. In the quiet stillness of space, amidst the twinkling stars and swirling nebulae, the galaxy breathed a sigh of relief. The long and arduous journey, filled with trials and tribulations, had finally come to an end. The human-led coalition and the Creek forces stood together, their spirits unbroken, their resolve unwavering. As they looked out upon the vast expanse of the cosmos, they saw not just the end of a chapter, but the beginning of a new era. An era defined not by conflict and strife, but by cooperation and harmony. An era where the lessons of the past guided their actions and the dreams of the future inspired their hearts. With unity as their guiding principle and hope as their beacon, they embarked on a journey of exploration and discovery, charting a course toward a brighter tomorrow. Together, they would build a galaxy where peace and prosperity reigned supreme, where all beings lived in harmony with one another, bound by a shared vision of a better tomorrow. And as they ventured forth into the unknown, they carried with them the memories of those who had come before, the sacrifices made, and the victories won. For in the tapestry of the cosmos, every thread was woven together, every star a testament to the enduring spirit of resilience and determination. And so, as the final chapter came to a close, a new dawn broke across the galaxy, illuminating a future filled with infinite possibilities. For the members of the human-led coalition and the Creek forces, the journey was far from over. But with courage in their hearts and unity in their souls, they faced the challenges of tomorrow with unwavering resolve, knowing that together they could overcome anything that stood in their way. And as they set forth on their voyage into the unknown, they knew that wherever their journey may lead, they would face it together as one united galaxy, bound by the ties of friendship, solidarity, and hope. And so, with heads held high and spirits soaring, they ventured forth into the endless expanse of the cosmos, ready to embrace whatever the future may hold.